Hi, Doug. You doing a little teat sucking over there? You sound like my cat.
You have a cat?
No, I got blood crystals instead. I wanted a cat, but they gave me blood crystals. Dude, what the fuck am I supposed to...
Yeah, the other day, my neighbor was losing it. And I was just on the front porch, and I see that video, and I was on the front porch just going, he's like, come on. Like, here, kitty. Like kind of like talk, and he just kept on screaming. He never came.
The funniest part of that video was at the end where Amanda goes, "Do we call the police?" just this real, like, not sure what to do.
No, she said, tell him to shut the fuck up. It's a school night.
Oh, on the video, it sounds like, can we call the, and then it cuts off.
No, she said, tell him to shut the fuck up. It's a school night. And I was like, the man just went,
hey, put Amanda on real quick. So I'll talk to her like that every time we see her.
Whenever she'd get mad, whenever I say something, I'll like say something real mean or whatever. And she's just like, you know what? And I'm just like, and now I'm like, got him. But wait, why am I doing that? Oh, that movie Barbarian, sucking on the titty.
I mean, I didn't see it, but I believe you.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel. Hi-ho, Silver. Away. I used to be able to do that. I hurt my hands.
Damn. I haven't thought about
That's
that.
hard, bro.
Yeah. What episode is this?
This is 162. Thanks for joining us. We realize it's been a couple weeks since we've seen you. It's actually been about 3 weeks since we've seen you. We're aware. We had a couple technical difficulties. We tried to do a show and we had a technical difficulty. There was an earthquake in Austin, so Doug had to stop. But we're back. We're back, baby, and we're going to be doing some fun things coming up in the upcoming eps, man. What are your favorite infomercials, Doug?
What?
Infomercials. Do you watch them? No, I know. That's what I said.
Dude, last night I watched 3 infomercials on YouTube.
Which ones?
Ronco with the the guy that's like with 4 easy payments of $39.99. 4 easy payments of $39.99. And it was his juicer and he's making pasta. And dude, they're like yelling over the machines. They're so loud.
It's great.
Payments of $39.99. So I watched that one. And then of course I smashed out some Magic Bullet, dude.
That's right, baby. Hey, give those to me. Those are my favorite.
Nachos, give those to me. Those are my favorite. Fettuccine dinners. You don't even have to. All you do is put it in the microwave. I love that dude's just like British as fuck.
So for those of you who don't know, Doug and I, in our heyday of 2005, were obsessed with the Magic Bullet infomercial, which at the time was brand new. If you have not seen it, it is irrationally put together. It is put together by an alien who does not understand how food works, or does not understand how eating as a family works, and does not understand times of day. You got a lovely cast of characters, but the real standout is this 85-year-old chain-smoking woman who's chain-smoking it.
Can we play it? Can we play it without audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to play it right now. But there's such great... Yeah, I'm doing it right now. There's such great lines as... dinner's always such a production. And
then there's like just all kinds of things. And like it's the whole entire layout of the Magic Bullet infomercial is it's not a family, it's not about it's not the family, it's the friends getting together and at this like big house, and they all party the night before, and it's the next day after the big party.
That's right. That's right.
It is. Joel, I gotta admit, your camera looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Everything's fucking up right now, guys. I apologize. Okay. Chrome tab, Magic Bullet, share. We'll make this big. Eventually.
Yeah, so Joel's pulling this up. I mentioned the movie Barbarian on Joel's recommendation. I didn't realize how many people went out to see that, or were like, I didn't know it was even like coming out. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. I didn't know it was even going to be a fucking movie, let alone everybody watching it. And it's getting pretty much everybody thinks was pretty damn
It's
good.
fantastic, but I'm going to stop you before you say anything because the magic of that movie is knowing nothing. I had not even seen a trailer when I watched it. The marketing is basically not telling you anything, but I can't stress enough. Don't watch a trailer. Don't read a synopsis. Just fucking watch it. HBO Max, Barbarian. It has some graphic stuff in it, but nothing too fucked up. It is shockingly good. And it's the twists and turns come like fucking 3 or 4 times, bro.
Dude, I'm like kind of feeling I'm have deja vu right now. And I won't like say it, but like, I mean, there's persons in there that you're like, what the fuck are they doing in this?
Yes. And okay, so I guess it's not too much of this isn't a spoiler because of how they're doing the marketing, but I won't say any names just for the people who have done a good job of avoiding it. But that person you're talking about, they actually cut a different trailer for that person, and it's called That Person's New Movie, and it's set up to be a romantic comedy. So then it ends and says that that's the title and you got to watch it. Dude,
The whole approach of like how they use his character, like that whole entire angle is like pretty good.
Genius.
Pretty good.
Dude,
I like it.
for those of you who have already seen it that are listening, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, you will soon. The moment they reveal that person is probably a shitty person, the way they do it is he says something on the phone. He says something on the phone that is completely alien to his character up to that point, and it hits you like a ton of bricks because of how conditioned you are to recoil at that word. It's really interesting how they do that. Yeah, he says something on the phone that's really offensive, but 10 years ago we would have just not even noticed it. But here it works as a way for you to be like, oh, he's a bad guy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm sure you'll remind me.
He says the F slur.
Oh, that's right.
And
I totally
hits
forgot about that.
really hard because you're not expecting anybody in the movie to be a bad person like that.
Yeah. And like that person's character, that's the whole thing about him. Like he doesn't, like he's just so oblivious to his own actions.
Yeah, there's scenes in that movie that are strikingly written. The whole scene with him in the bar where he's explaining like what went wrong and why he's in trouble. It's like, I was like, oh my God, stop talking. Stop talking.
So awkward.
So good. So good.
Anyways, well,
I'm excited for like 5 years from now where we can just spoil that movie because the fact of the matter is, I don't know if you know who made. Do you know who made it?
the guy that directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that would be cool as shit if it was a James Gunn movie. He just took over DC.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it was actually made by Zach Krieger, who directorial wise, you would only know him from a movie that came out in 2008 or 9 called Miss March, about some 2 dudes trying to fuck a Playboy bunny, but not a bunny, but a girl dressed as bunny. But he was the second in command of The Whitest Kids You Know, alongside Trevor Moore, who died last year. But yeah, he went from Whitest Kids You Know to one of the best horror movies of the year. It's fucking wild, man.
Why can't we spoil it? Why do we have to wait 5 years to spoil it? I missed that part.
No, I'm just saying, like, I can't wait till everyone that's going to see it or that wants to see it has seen it so we can just openly talk about how smart the filmmaking is. Because right now, it's still in its first 2 weeks.
So nobody spoiled it? I don't believe that.
People, dude, Doug, I am in a world of, I swim in spoilers, bro. And I managed to make it through the entire theatrical run and a day of it being on HBO without knowing anything. Anything.
Dude, when Amanda and I watched it, I was like, fuck. Yeah.
She's hot, right?
Total babe. The one
Total
on
babe.
Magic Bullet? Yeah.
No, the one with the titties.
Yeah.
The one with the titty milk.
I love titties. I do. I love boobies.
Man, I fucked that thing that chick just made. Did you see that? You could fuck the shit out of that.
That's fucking chopped onions, bro.
That's fish skin. You ever, hey, you know how they have goat skin condoms?
Yeah, yes, and they have lambskin, I believe.
Or no, it's lanolin. It's lanolin condoms.
Lanolin condom.
I'm making a condom for all the pescatarians out there. It's just fish scales.
Think about the word prophylactic for a second. What the fuck?
Prophylactic. Lactic would be the base word.
Prophylactic? It's like, it sounds like you're like you're really serious about drinking milk and you're an advocate for drinking milk, right? But that's just another name for it.
No, that sounds right. How do you feel about milk? Can we talk about this for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give you my point of view, and then I want to hear yours. I am unequivocally, without a shadow of a doubt, against milk being drank by adults.
The way you fucking said milk had
Milk?
dude, why are you doing that?
Milk?
You're saying like Peter's still singing saying neck.
I'm sorry, mouth.
What song is that? Oh, Black number one. Black, you know, he's like neck.
No.
You know what I'm talking
No.
Yes, milky white neck. So you're saying you're doing that.
No.
It's really, really making me upset.
Okay, fine. Do you drink milk?
That hard K, it's so offensive to me. Milk. You're like, milk.
That's the name of the episode, The Hard K.
We got to talk about Kevin. Oh, wait. Is that a fucking movie? That's all fucked up?
It's a fucked up movie starring a fucked up actor who we actually need to talk about.
I've never seen it. I just remember you talking about it.
It's heavy.
Can we just say Mill for right now?
Milk.
No, just Mill.
Milk.
Okay, fine. Fuck it. Milk.
Milk.
I can say milk fine. The way you say it is fucked up.
It's probably because I never fucking say it because I'm a normal adult who doesn't drink milk.
I don't understand. Okay, so you don't drink it because why? Because it's disgusting?
It's fucking disgusting.
What did you... Okay, well, what is weird about milk is that, and I'm sure this is something that we talk about, or people have talked about in other shows, is milk is, we drink it from other animals. Well, we started drinking it from our own mommies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did, not you necessarily.
Not
but,
me.
Got them.
It's true.
Yeah, I know. And so we drank it from our moms, but you have to stop.
Yeah, you have to stop.
You don't keep drinking mom milk. You don't keep drinking human milk. You transition to typically cow milk.
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt, but that is an extraordinary amount of pesto that he just put on that. You don't need that much fucking pesto. That shit is gonna taste insane. What the fuck? That was a jar of pesto he put on there, bro.
Did you notice how he made it? It's so fucked up. It's terrible.
I love pesto. That was offensive, Doug. This Alfredo is offensive.
Dude, yeah, and they made that in a microwave. And the whole entire way a microwave works blows my damn mind. So, anyways, milk, then you switch to a human. You're a human, and you switch to cow milk. Yes, pretty weird. Yes, the whole process of getting milk from a teat is quite weird. It almost feels like it's from another dimension, let alone not ours. Like a 4-nipple titty from a fucking bovine.
This dude behind me sucking his fucking dick. Look at this fucking dickhead. He's going off, bro. It's going choking on his own cock, bro.
I don't know where I'm going with this milk. I don't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant. I was told once that lactose intolerance is a way to I was told once that lactose intolerance is normal because we're not supposed to be drinking milk. And I was also told being lactose intolerant is a way to dwindle down the numbers of humanity.
I just am laughing so hard picturing you sitting there and they're like, Doug, you're lactose intolerant. And you're like, oh shit. And they're like trying to cheer you up. They're like, no, it's totally normal, bro. Dude, I know. Okay. Let's interrupt again to tell this quick story. So the entirety of this infomercial went directly over my head as a 19-year-old or 18-year-old or whatever. The only thing I gave a fuck about was the light, fluffy chocolate mousse. And I told him, I'll chip in on this magic bullet if we can make the mousse. And they're like,
yeah, exactly. But you know what's weird? That you're like saying how much you don't drink milk and how much you hate it. What chocolate mousse is not only milk, it's the most extreme of milk. It is whole cream.
No, for sure. Syrup. I'm gonna come back around to that. But I wanna set the stage for everybody that like at the time Doug had already worked restaurant jobs. I don't think I'd been hired at a restaurant yet. And our other roommate, I don't think had ever had a job outside of Hot Topic at the time. So I don't think we were like the most cooking household. In fact, I can count on my fingers the amount of times I cooked something there. It's this many times. But so I didn't pay attention to any of the other shit, but the light fluffy chocolate mousse seemed super easy to me. Like, 30 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever, you get a light fluffy chocolate mousse.
Dude,
so
you were just walking around just hounding mousse.
Pounding it, bro. So we made it, and I was like, I didn't really know how mousse worked or how much of it to eat or whatever. I ate all of it. I ate a shit ton of it, and then I threw up and shit out of my butt for so many hours.
Oh, dude, when I drink milk, dude, it's game over. I can't just go out in public. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Wait, but you eat cheese.
There's no cheese is a different product. Like fresh cheese, yeah, it might mess my stomach, but pasteurized, even pasteurized, but like aged cheese, all that lactose is essentially gone.
Interesting. I don't think I knew that. So what does ice cream do to you?
Ice cream fucks me up.
Damn, really? But you like it, right? I've seen you eat ice cream.
Love ice cream.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I've seen you eat ice cream.
Dude, I mean, but I'm just saying, I'm like, that's me on the couch. Like, I eat it, and then within an hour, dude, it is fucking off to the races. My fucking butt trumpet is hollering. It's like the fucking most, like, fucking guttural fucking booty busters, dude. It's fucking wild. So, yeah, needless to say, I don't drink or eat much dairy. I try not to.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm not I mean, now that I think about it, if I did see a grown man just chug a glass of milk, I think I would be a little upset.
I'm upset by it. And frankly, I'm a little put off by adults who can do that. It's just
starting to bother me.
We know, look, scientifically, we know that Big Milk was pushing the milk angle. That was all part of Big Milk trying to sell milk. There is no planet where adults need milk. In fact, it's unhealthy for adults to drink milk. And yet, for our entire young lives, there was a campaign called Got Milk, where it was just pictures of people with cum shots on their face. And you're supposed to be like, oh, well, A-Rod and Selena or J-Lo, they all drink milk, so I got to drink milk. But you know what? You don't have to drink milk. Because if all of your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? No. So what if all your friends drink milk? Why don't you grow a fucking backbone and stop being a fucking coward and not drink the milk?
How does it make you a coward if you drink milk?
Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. Do you know about that song?
No.
There's a rapper in Austin named Viper who went viral as fuck. Like,
look, there's milkshakes.
It's so gross. He went viral as fuck like a decade ago because he had a song called Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack. And it literally sounds like he was on crack when he made it, and he ended up getting famous, but he never did anything, probably because he was smoking crack. Austin!
You miss it down here?
Yes and no. I do until I get on Facebook and read all the people talking about how shitty things are going for them, and I'm like, super glad y'all aren't going to raise my rent $600 this lease.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
I'll tell you what I miss. I miss the culture and the food. And I miss like being able to bump into people that were wearing Rucking Fountain shirts and shit. I don't get that here. But I do. But
yeah, Rucking Fountain, I didn't realize how much of
Meth Syndicate too. Meth Syndicate and Rucking are all over Austin, bro. The only of those two things that I've seen here in my job, maybe a month ago, somebody was wearing the Meth Syndicate Vin Diesel shirt. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And he was like, all right, dude, whatever. So
I went hard in the paint on the Crow drop.
Did you? What else did you get? The socks?
I got the socks, and that's it. I got the socks, the sweatpants, and the fucking long sleeve.
Nice. All I did was the AOP. See, because I'm nervous at the all over. I don't know if it's going to look good on me. I know a lot of people said the all over prints come out huge, and I'm like, I got it all over print. I got it all over print for the Akira that I really like. I only wear it ever so often though, because it's heavy. Huge though. Like the sleeves hang super low and shit.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, because everybody who got the Danhausen one was kind of annoyed by it. Like this, it just fit way different. I don't know. I'm stoked on it. I'm gonna say something controversial here. I don't think that's a very good movie.
What movie?
The Crow.
It would have been a lot better if did you watch you? I mean, you're introduced to that whole show, Cursed Films.
Oh yeah, totally.
It would have been a lot better if they would have let that one dude in there as the. Oh God, what the fuck is that horror? What the fuck is the bad guy in the comics name? Not the Scarecrow. It's whatever. I loved it because what do you mean it's not a good movie? When's the first time you watched it?
So here, that's another thing. Like I didn't see it until probably 18 or 19 because I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid. But
yeah, I watched it when I was like 10.
Right. So I can appreciate the aesthetic and I appreciate the music for the soundtrack fucking rules. I have the soundtrack in the car. But
they say that a hero.
Yes, that's on there. Yeah, Hero on the Crow soundtrack. Like it can't rain all the time. Like there are things about the movie that I love, and obviously Brandon Lee fucking kills it, and I would love to have seen what he would do after that. But it kind of stops there for me because outside of the
Brandon actually kills it.
Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. You know what the problem is? I know what the problem is, and it makes me a bad film fan, but I'm going to say it. The problem is because I saw it so much later. Imagine if you don't take away anything else from your life except from watching the movie, okay? Imagine if tomorrow somebody showed you Nightmare Before Christmas. You would go in so fucking annoyed and decided on what you think about it already because you've had 20 years of the worst people being like, I'm Jack Skellington and Sally, and you can live like Jack and Sally, and this and this and that. It's like The Crow is so hot topic that when I finally saw it, I was like, oh my fucking God, bro.
Hey, I'm not going. I'm just going to open up these windows. Get some
Yeah. I think the big problem for me with The Crow is that it's that I feel like it's a little corny, and it reminds me of a lot of corny shit that like, you know, the kid who Naruto runs at school, you know, the guy who's Naruto running to his fucking lunch pail at school. It just reminds me of that, you know, like, woe is me. Everything is drab. Everything is bad. Now, I do think that it's one of the first movies to do all those things, but that's the problem, right? In being one of the first movies to do all those things, it has dealt with a fucking shit ton of copycats, both visually and fucking story-wise, to the point where it's like people who watched Dune and then we're like, but I don't understand. It's so cliche. It's like, yeah, because it created all the cliches. I get that this movie created them, but it's still hard to watch if you didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, well, and also, The Crow, there are people that have molded their careers around this identity. Sting.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Sting is The Crow. The Crow. Hold on. Let me show you.
And also, I'm not sure if Doug's even seen any of these, but it doesn't help that all the sequels are so bad. Like, if you already have to replace Eric Draven, like, I felt like they should focus more on the story not being absolute shit if we're already going to be spending the entire time thinking, oh, well, he's not enough like Brandon Lee. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that's an unpopular take. What do you think about The Crow? Sound off in the comments below. Let us know. Do you love The Crow? Do you hate The Crow? How do you feel about the sequels? City of Angels, Wicked Prayer. How do you feel about those? Sound off in the comments. Put it in the comments below. What's your favorite Crow movie? It's okay if you like the sequels, man. There's no shame in that.
So I scored this shirt in the 8th grade when I went to WCW Nitro.
So nasty. I mean, that is probably the most Crow-like that I've ever seen of the Sting stuff. Wait, you're telling me that's a vintage shirt?
Yes, this is the original. I got it.
Doug, that is in stunning condition.
I know. I got it at WCW. I wear it all the fucking time. I actually stopped wearing it recently because it's all. But anyways, I got this at the WCW Nitro. Actually, I think my big brother did. I had a Rey Mysterio shirt, but he's not getting his back. It's mine. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even watch wrestling.
What's the year on it? What's the year on the copyright?
I could say that. Where do you see a copyright at?
It should be somewhere underneath the logos.
I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
It's from the 90s, right?
Yes. It's from,
okay, hold on. keep talking about the shirt while I'm pulling something up.
98 or 99, but we did see him. I'm pretty sure we saw him come from the ceiling, dude. It's pretty fucking cool. And it's Steve.
Oh, that's a $200 shirt all day, baby.
Tight. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, don't worry, I'm not selling it.
I just knew as soon as I saw it. Like, you don't see 90s wrestling shirts for less than that now, or movie shirts for that matter. I'm sitting on thousands of dollars worth of shirts that I'm just never gonna fucking touch.
Yeah, I got like some band shirt collection. Our band shirt collection that's probably worth a small fortune.
You remember the Norma Jean shirt that had the horses on it?
Yes.
Okay, I had that from the tour. That shit is $600 now because everybody only had the Hot Topic one.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't have the shirt anymore. But and the brand new shirt that I bought at the tour, the Devil and God. It's got the dates for Devil and God on it. It's got some zebras, I think, running on it. That's also up there, or at least it was before you got Me Too'd. I was thinking about the brand new show the other night. Do you remember talking to Andy from Manchester Orchestra at the merch booth?
I do not.
Okay, we went up to him because me and you had listened to Like a Virgin like all the way up to the show. Like the whole drive we listened to that record, and then we got there and we watched him. And I don't know if you remember this, but when they played Where Have You Been, the drummer for Brand New and the drummer for Kevin Devine and Jesse Lacey and Kevin Devine came out and they all played it together. They had 3 drummers. Okay. After that performance, you and me went to the merch booth for Manchester, and I bought some shit, and we told Andy, the singer, how like we loved Like a Virgin and how we were super excited to see him, and he was so grateful to us and was like, thank you so much for like, we're just stoked to be on this tour or whatever. It's crazy to me that he was like 8. Dude, he was like 17. And now he's massive, and like you would never get a chance to get in his ear now. And me and you were just nonchalantly talking to him. There was nobody at their merch booth.
Yeah, I do remember that. You know what's even weirder is that David Letterman loves them. Yeah.
There's 3 bands that David Letterman's reaction to these 3 bands is my favorite shit of all time. The Lemonheads. He has the Lemonheads on in 1991. They were asked to play their single. They come on the show, and before they play, he asked Dave, "Hey Dave, we don't want to play the single. Can we play this other song?" And Dave says yes. So they play. Yeah, so they play songs about Earl on air, and that becomes their like massive fucking song or whatever. But after they finish, Dave's losing his shit. Oh my God, I'm just so grateful for you to be here. Then Manchester Orchestra, when they come on and play Top Notch, he fucking loses it. Absolutely loses it. And then the third one, and I want to really harp on this one because I don't know how the fuck I missed this, but I want all my music fans to get on the same page. Do you know the band Future Islands?
Of course.
Okay. You know that song, When it rains. Yes. Okay. It is fucking stunning song regardless, but I had never heard it live. Suck me sideways. That dude is fucking incredible live, and he goes on Letterman and gives one of the best live performances I've ever seen, and Letterman is straight up pulls his dick out and starts jerking off, and he comes on Paul.
So I actually seen Future Islands twice now.
Really?
Yeah, and when they're live, he does like all those guttural vocals and stuff.
He does that on Letterman, and it's incredible. He's so
it's pretty weird.
He is so interesting to me because if you put on a Future Islands record, I'm really not a fan. I'm into it, but it's a specific vibe, right? Like kind of this almost like surfer bummer surfer music.
It's very Bernie Bro-ish.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Morrissey and the Smiths, and I just fucking hate them. And like, I don't know. How do you feel about Morrissey, man? Not his politics, his music.
I really don't know much about him. I know that he's like a fucking, very intense person, and like, he's like, you can't have a burger at one of my shows, or don't even think about bringing in your fucking homemade cured salami. You know what I mean? It's like no
See,
shit.
vegans really do be thinking that meat is our identity. They really do think I fuck a sausage casing every night and shit. I don't know, like what.
Or like you carry it around in your fucking in your back pocket or
I
something.
knock on people's front doors, and when they answer, I go, do you have a minute to talk about meat?
It's like you're not allowed to bring meat into my concert. It's like
Fuck
I wasn't
him.
I wasn't even gonna bring in a fucking nothing. I was gonna bring in a sandwich. It's like,
Imagine
what do you mean?
you're at Burger King and there's a tornado outside and you're just running trying to escape. So you run into the nearest building and it's a Morrissey concert and he's going, get the fuck out, mate, with your meat, get out, and you get out and you die.
You're talking to your buddy, say, hey, can you pull over at freaking McDonald's real quick? I need to get a burger before the show. It's like, well, there's food there. It's like, no, I'm gonna have it later. I'm gonna
take this to the show and eat it cold.
Yeah, it's like what? Imagine like going to a show and you see somebody like pulling fucking burgers out of their fucking girlfriend's fucking bag.
I can talk a lot of shit, bro, but the fact of the matter is I very recently took an entire lasagna to a movie in Caroline's backpack because I wanted to eat it, but I knew there was nobody else booked in the theater, so I just warmed it up before we left and made it way too hot and put it in her bag, and then we walked in and I ate it like we were at a draft house.
What? What? That is not true. It
is true. It is true. No, I mean, it's 100% true. It was left over from Carino's, and it was like one of their, because they have just a square, and it was in a box. I heated it up, put it back in the box, and we put it in her purse or backpack.
Hey, dude, I can't argue. Typically, lasagna is square.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Carino gives you a block of lasagna, though. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you know what I'm talking about.
We ordered Carino's a couple of weeks ago, man.
I have something for us to say, man, or something for me to say, and I feel like it's going to lead us into. Okay, you know that festival we talked about when we were young? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it happened.
Yes.
And we weren't wrong, actually, about how it all got set up. Remember my theory, or both of our theories at the time, was that they were just going to say those people were playing, and then you would have to play to not look like a piece of shit or whatever? Yes. That's what happened. They booked all those bands. Skiba from Alkaline Trio went on record and said, listen, when that flyer went up, most of the people in those bands started calling each other going, wait, really? And every response was, we have no fucking clue what this is. But they got enough to where they were able to say, this person's playing and this person's playing. Do you want to be a part of it? And everyone agreed. They swung for the fences when they said My Chemical Romance was going to be there. Those motherfuckers hadn't even finished their actual reunion tour whenever that shit got announced, right? So like the fact that they pulled that off is stunning, but it almost went bad. They canceled the first day because of high winds and shit. Second day, rather, because of high winds. But what I want to focus on are the videos that have come out of it. So I have them on Instagram, the festival, because I was just interested in it or whatever. They have been posting videos from basically every major band's set where they overlay it with sound from the festival and show like clips of it, and it says like, thank you, whatever the band is. Okay, so I watched all the bands I was interested in. They all sounded fucking phenomenal. And then I get to Taking Back Sunday. And as a huge as a huge fan of Taking Back Sunday in their heyday, I can tell you that watching them live was always a treat. They were fucking wild. Adam sounded great always. It was never a question. If you were watching TBS, they were going to put on a great fucking show. So I click on the video, and it's the only video where they put the actual song audio on the video instead of the live audio. And I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at the comments, and all the comments were like, you cowards, play the actual audio. Why won't you play the audio? RIP this band and all this stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? So and other comments saying they should have never taken the stage. He needs help and all this stuff. So
Adam Lazzara?
Yeah. So I click on it. He has a fucking problem, bro. That dude is an addict in the deepest throes of addiction. He is so fucked up. And in the best mood, which only an addict can be that fucked up and in that good of a mood. You know what I mean? And he is going.
I don't know what you're fucking saying, but at the same time,
I'm trying to explain. He's absolutely shit-faced, but is completely unaware of how he's acting, and his band is very clearly trying to keep the boat in water. You know what I mean? And he is going. So the actual notes would be like, I'm gonna make damn sure you can't ever leave. And he's going, I'm gonna make damn sure. And then he just holds the mic out and they're all singing, but he keeps doing the spinning mic and he's doing all that, but he's not singing. And when he sings, it sounds fucking insane. It sounds like a dying animal. And all the comments were like, dude, he needs help.
Amanda went with some friends and they said it was terrible. They saw him in Austin.
Amanda went to Austin. Well, I've looked into it because of those videos. Apparently, around the time of them not being really big anymore, he started to go downhill at shows, and now it's pretty obvious. He just released a song with Steve Aoki, and it's a song for sure, but it just. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, look, listen, they haven't put out a good record in 15 years, but it was still sad to see somebody that I emulated so much be just not bringing it, bro. Like,
Joel, sometimes you just age out. Sometimes, these whole reunions and concerts and everything that are happening
still
now.
Making new records, though.
It doesn't have to happen.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But they're not reunited. They've been putting records out consistently.
We went to that show. It was like Bayside, Census Fail, Hawthorne Heights, and somebody else. And
the only good band was Census Fail, I bet.
No, Bayside.
They'll never be bad. Census Fail is an interesting case, though, because they were bad back then, but not the music, just the vocals. And then me and somebody went to the 10-year reunion of the Let It Enfold You album when I was living in Austin, and holy shit, the singer sounded so much better now. So I don't know if that's still the case, but I was surprised that he sounded way better than he did back on those records.
It's like, I don't know if it's like the bands weren't bad. It's just, it just doesn't age. Like some of those songs just don't age well.
No,
and the band, like some of the songs do, it's like, oh God, it's so cool to hear those songs or whatever. But sometimes like the rest of the album is just like,
I'm with you. It's interesting because you go to listen, no matter what anyone says, unless you fucking adore. Okay, so like if we're going to see Radiohead or Neil Young or something like that, I'm going to be interested in the whole catalog of songs that gets played, right? Or like Smashing Pumpkins. I sat through 3.5 hours of that twice. I can do it. But when it comes to like going to a new show, you're going to hear the hits, bro. You're going to hear the songs that you like. And it's really fucking hard to get that same amount of energy going for the songs that aren't bangers.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is go to a reunion show and they're like, all right, this is off our newest album.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a huge issue with people thinking that we want to hear new music from them just because we're excited that they're playing old music from 30 years ago. That's a huge difference. Like, I want to hear Cute Without the E, not the song with Steve Aoki. You know? Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's like, dude, I freaking, this kind of leads into the whole Ticketmaster. I mean, I shouldn't say Ticketmaster, but the whole Blink-182 reunion show, and they're taking out one of our one of our favorite bands out right now, Turnstile. And Turnstile that we brag about all the time on the show. Turnstile's been around for a while. They've always been great. This latest album, Glow On, is just a modern
masterpiece, dude. It is a classic for sure.
So fucking good. And so it's like, damn, they're taking fucking Turnstile on tour. And it's like, you're so excited. It's like, yeah, you want to see Blink-182. I didn't, they weren't my favorite band growing up, but I liked the hits when I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah, totally.
And it's like, I jammed them. I had the CDs, but yeah, I'm like, dude, I want to see Turnstile on the grandest stage and the grandest tour. You know that. So anyway, so I like I'm like, oh my God, definitely gonna buy tickets the moment they hit. And of course, we're a day late, dollar short to this conversation, but the whole entire pricing is absolutely absurd.
Well, let's get into that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into that because it's not Blink, it's everyone. And Mark got online and tried to buy tickets live on Twitter and wasn't able to. The singer of Blink-182 tried to buy tickets and wasn't able to, and the tickets they offered him were hundreds of dollars. He was furious. So for those of you who don't know, Ticketmaster uses something new that theoretically is a good idea. It's called dynamic pricing, and it is to ensure that when a show is more popular than they anticipated, the pricing will flex to go along with it. I don't agree with it, but I understand the idea of it. The problem is that in this day and age, we live in the age of hype where everything is building up to these small moments, explosive moments of hype. And that's going to lead to dynamic pricing, scaling tickets way too high, which is what happened here. Nosebleeds at the Moody, it's Moody, right?
Yep.
So nosebleeds were $375 a ticket. To put that into comparison, I sat fairly close, for like a major fan like me, fairly close to the stage for the Smashing Pumpkins 35th anniversary show where they played every song they ever played, and it was $120 a ticket. So it's absurd to me to think people are paying triple that to sit in the nosebleeds of that same theater to watch a new band.
Well, the prices are dropping.
Because of the hype is going down because that first week is done. But the hype will get back up again around the show coming up, and the dynamic pricing will kick back in again. It's like surge pricing for Uber.
Have you ever heard of there's a guy on YouTube is punk rock NBA?
I watch that shit all the time.
Yeah, he's great. His name's Finn McFinney or something like that. He
was
like
Fintlock McFinty.
Yeah, Finnegan Finney.
Finnegan the fucking Fox.
On one of his streams, though, he actually breaks it down and like he goes into like, I'm pretty sure he goes into like some actual like literature about like how the ticket sales work. And Blink-182 is definitely involved in how much those tickets are sold for.
No, I don't think they are anymore. Unless he was talking specifically about that. Did that video come out because of this, like in response to this?
Yes, yeah. So like,
well, that's
dude,
not good because they're going on record saying they have nothing to do with it.
But it's like in the writing, in the writing and how they do this deal, it's like the bands, like Blink-182 does have a say in how much those tickets are being sold for.
Do you think they maybe just didn't understand what dynamic pricing would do? That it would flex high?
Well, maybe with the whole, I'm sure it's more along the lines of they're not. I mean, I'm not thinking.
No, I'm not simping for a multi-million-dollar band, but I am saying.
Well, I also don't think that fucking Mark Hoppus is trying to fucking rake his fans over the coals. But I mean, they're probably like, all right, we need to be as cheap as possible. And with this new dynamic plan that you're keep on referring to, it's probably like, all right, well, this is it. And they're like, okay, cool. And they just didn't really look twice at it. And then finally, like, wait, why is this ticket $300? It's like, that's the whole plan. That's the cheapest way we can do it. And you agreed to it. And they're like, fuck, okay, well, all right, maybe that's what it is.
I have a theory, though.
Sorry, go ahead. Are going to get a grip, though, and that's good for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, no, 100%. Get a grip? Who is that?
I said they're going to get a grip.
Oh, dude, that's a good band name. Get a grip.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, but that being said, though, I have a theory. And Caroline actually subscribes to this theory, which makes me obviously think it's a better theory than it probably is. But I don't think we can ignore, and maybe this is a wake up call to them. Okay, let me tackle this in a more interesting way. I think that the rise of the extremely gorgeous, wealthy woman and the boyfriend / husband who is a grimy punk rocker, I'm all about that becoming like a thing. I love that this is something that we can be like, oh, this is cool. It's happened more than a handful of times now. That being said, though, with MGK and Megan Fox, you get this interesting thing where Megan Fox was never a good actress. She was definitely hot. She was in a bunch of shit we liked, and then she kind of disappeared. MGK makes music I will never listen to, regardless of the genre that it's in. And when he's on the screen, I kind of tune him out. I find him extremely cringy and just... He reminds me of some of the worst people I've ever known.
It's just weird that he's the one who started the last dab.
Yeah,
for the show Hot Ones.
He's not an idiot. I think he has a severe case of ego. But
when he went after Eminem, that was so embarrassing.
He had to change genres.
I know. Changed genres, and then he like came out with that song that was on Tony Hawk, which is catchy as fuck.
It's catchy as fuck, but here's the issue. Because it was so catchy, we bought the record because we had money to burn during lockdown. I have that on vinyl. It is an atrocious album. It is so bad. That being said, the second record is even worse. But my point being that like that has definitely, I don't know how much you see this. I know you're not into it, and I don't really know if Amanda's into this stuff or not, but Caroline is in the TikTok sphere. Okay. She is. Yeah. Okay. She is definitely in that sphere, and she can't get enough of MGK and Megan Fox as a thing. You know what I mean? She's into the tea. She's into how grimy and how annoying it is. She makes fun of it. Like, the cringe is sort of the thing for her. But when Travis and Jenner, when Travis Barker and Chloe, or whatever her name is, got together, I think that shifted Blink-182 into a position of being a band that people are no longer going to see just to see Blink-182. I have a theory that there are quite a few people who are going to go to that tour just to see her husband in real life. That you cannot minimize how fucking famous that family is. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised, Joel. I don't think it's going to be a fucking landslide of people buying tickets to see Travis Barker, who is married.
There is, though. Travis Barker is huge to that generation because he did before he got with the Kardashian, because he was doing all the. Okay, so he's played drums.
Maybe they're not going to see him because he's on the Kardashians. Maybe that was their introduction to him.
Right. Well, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's not just the Kardashian thing. Travis got put on almost every pop punk sounding song as the drummer for like the past 3 years. They really pushed him to that generation. My theory is that they're going to see Travis Barker. That a lot of people are going to see Travis Barker that are younger. Because I was talking to some cats at my work who are hyped as fuck about the show, but they don't fucking like Blink-182's music. They only like from the self-titled, and then they don't like anything with Skiba, and they kind of like the new song. So they only like one record.
I went out and I was like, dude, cool. And I put on Carousel to listen to, and it fucking sucks.
What? No, stop it.
Yeah, dude, those old albums are terrible.
No, they're not. Cheshire Cat is a masterpiece.
No, that's a good album, I guess. But the one that's Buddha and stuff's like those songs.
Buddha's okay. So you got to keep in mind, Buddha is the equivalent of Mouthful of Regrets by Rochester. The only reason that it's out and available is because they got signed for Cheshire Cat, and the studio was like, we got to put out something else. So they put out their demos.
With the
that's on Dude Ranch. That's Damn It. That's on Dude Ranch. That's the first song that got them success, because it's the theme song to Can't Hardly Wait.
Is it?
It is. It is.
No.
Yep. It sure is. And I was blown away by it because he says, "Did you hear that he fucked her?" And I was like, he did what?
Oh my God.
No, I didn't know what it meant. I was saying, he did what?
Well, dude, fucking of Enema of the State. And the funny thing is, their videos are always fucking hilarious. Like, so like you're watching like them. I know. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from your Kardashian theory, but like, you know, when you were kids and you watched Blink-182, you watched it more than just the songs. Like, the videos were fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, what do you know about the live album, the Mark, Tom, and Travis show?
It had like that flaming fuck behind them or something like that.
I don't know about in the actual thing, but I do know that is probably, I would say, for my generation, without even having to fucking research this, I can say probably without a shadow of a doubt, that is the most listened to live album of my generation. It's 46 songs, but the songs end at 20. There's 26 tracks after that is just them talking at the show, and it is easily one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I put it on still, and it cracks me up. They're stopping songs in the middle and going, "Hey, can everybody look around? Somebody in the front row lost a contact. We're looking for a contact lens," and shit like that. It's fucking insane.
Dude, it's just nuts that they're fucking. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope we can go. I really hope we can get in, because that will be just a fun time.
It will be.
To say,
hey, I want to show everybody something.
The crazy thing about that album, Enema of the State, the woman that was on the cover, she's like a crazy ass name. No, she's not.
She just died.
No.
Yeah, hold on, I'll pull that up.
Her life story is fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And she was married to fucking Jesse James, the motorcycle builder.
I'm double checking to make sure. Yeah. No, wait. Yeah. No. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's not dead.
That's all. What?
My bad. But I'm going to fuck you up with something right now. In 2007, okay? In 2007 in Houston,
Texas.
Oh my God. Okay. This is fucking crazy, Doug. Okay. I'm reading an article because I typed Enema of the State dies. Okay. And it popped up with charges dismissed in Texas enema death. And I was like, excuse me? So I looked at it. Are you ready for this? I'm not going to give any details because it's not funny that this person's dead, but this is insane. So apparently this woman and her husband were in their, hold on, how old were they? 50s and late 50s. And he was an alcoholic, and he was begging his wife for alcohol. And the doctor said, if you give him alcohol, it will kill him. And he went online in 2007. So, you know, it was kind of the Wild West out there. And the internet told him that if he took an enema of alcohol, he would get fucked up, but he would be all right. So his wife gave him a sherry enema. And he died. Severe alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, it's like
a sherry. A sherry. Why did she make him a drink? Why didn't she just pour a bottle of booze up his ass? Can I get a sherry in my buttocks?
And apparently, like, when you absorb through your intestines is where you absorb your most nutrition.
The most. Yeah, so,
like, whenever like Steve-O and stuff butt bong beers and stuff, he was fucked up.
Dude, since you just brought him up, Steve-O's on tour right now doing the what's it called? The something tour. It's all about like he could never show this stuff in Jackass or whatever.
Oh my God,
Doug!
What the fuck could he
I'm
not?
What the I'm about to tell
you. He do?
I'm about to tell you. I will. Let me just preface by saying I will. I am so glad somebody told me because I was going to buy tickets to this, and I am so glad I'm never going to see this.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if I want to hear it.
The first thing. This one's not hurtful. It's just gross. The first thing he could never show is he takes a Viagra and jumps out of a plane and jerks off till he comes as he falls. That's funny to me. I don't really want to. Apparently, it's like pretty. I mean, it's graphic as fuck. He comes on camera.
There's like a screen. There's a screen that he like plays this stuff.
Oh
for
yeah,
everybody?
that's another thing. A lot of people are disappointed because you get there and he introduces the clip and then shows you a clip because it's all stuff that he filmed that he can't show anybody or whatever.
Oh, so it's not about. So he's not doing anything in person.
No, because the way he treats his body now is he takes care of it until he puts it on the line in a major way and then uses that to get money. I understand why he's doing it like that. Now he's old as fuck, but the second thing is what I can never watch.
I don't want to hear about Steve-O stapling his nuts to his kneecap every fucking night.
Bro, listen, he doesn't staple his nuts to his kneecap every night, but you know what he does do?
Oh man, I don't know.
He gets a vasectomy live.
Oh my God.
When I heard that, I stopped being able to see. My vision started getting all fuzzy and I grabbed my knees and I was like, I'm going to fucking fall over right now. Like, they clipped that little worm in his sack, bro. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, worms! Can we just can we give it up for Heidi Klum?
Why?
What do you mean? Why? You really
a worm for Halloween?
Do you know about Heidi and Halloween?
She loves Halloween. Yeah,
she throws a Halloween party every year where she gets the best in Hollywood makeup to do a phenomenal costume for every year. She's the queen of Halloween. When you see what she did this year, you're going to fucking laugh so hard. I was crying yesterday when these videos came out.
He said, worms!
Dude, I'm sorry I've been talking so much on this episode. I just missed you. I had so much to say.
I miss you too, man. You're my best friend. I don't care. I don't have anything to say. And when I get rambling, I just fucking sound like an idiot anyways.
No, you never sound like an idiot. Okay, are you ready for this?
Very nice of you. Yes.
Dude, this is insane. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I clicked on fucking Washington Journal. It's making me get a subscription. Hold on.
So wait, you're gonna sign up?
No, motherfucker. I'm just gonna fucking.
Hold on, I'm just gonna fucking sign up for a Washington Journal real quick.
All right, there we go.
Let me call it like Wajo or something like that.
Yep, WAPO.
WAPO. That's the Washington Post.
Oh, what'd you say? Washington Journal? That's not a fucking thing.
You were saying Washington Journal.
Did I?
Yeah,
my
twice.
Mistake. My mistake. You're gonna die, Doug. Dude, and because it's cut off, you're missing a little bit of this. It's cut off, but Doug, there are no feet. This is all a worm shape. Her feet are not out. She's just in that motherfucker. She's crazy for that, dude.
That's fucking awesome. Dude, that's fucking sick. That has to be the thumbnail.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna 1,000% have her in there, dude. She's so fucking hot. It's crazy that's her. All right, I'm gonna send everyone off on this. I really want to see this movie. I think you will too. I'm gonna turn the sound on and we're gonna watch a trailer together. Then we can talk about it a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
Can you hear this?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha. Kong? Oh. One more at me, Jiggle. Okay. Troll.
Okay.
Troll.
I legitimately am beyond hyped for that. Beyond
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
hyped. What do you know about Norway and trolls?
I keep on forgetting that. I every time I hear the Norwegian language, I'm like, man, that is poetry.
Dude. Listen, apologies to the people who are just listening. I hope you fucking speak Newfoundland, but or Finnish. Is that what it's called? Finnish? No, that's Finland.
Norwegian?
Yeah. Oh, Norwegian.
Yeah, Norway.
So they speak Finnish?
Norway? They speak Norwegian.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That was the perfect time to hit the button. Why wouldn't you hit the button when I said that?
I thought you were gonna fucking say something else.
No, I'm joking, but that was a good point. I'm sorry. I'm stuck here in the desolation cell with about 6 blood crystals and a caged demon coming on my back. So,
like, when does that movie come out? You even tell us about it. So we're gonna talk about it.
Insane. I just really want to see it.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of I Didn't See But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and thank you so much for listening. We love you guys. We miss you guys, and we appreciate all of your support.
Please like and subscribe. We need to mention that a little bit more. And then also click right here for last week's or whatever.
And
Click
just
here and here.
pay attention. A lot of new things are coming. Hi, bye.